One. What's going on YouTube? It's a three-time Podsquad back at another video, episode 2. Thank you for so much love on episode 1. We really do
What up?
appreciate it. We appreciate everybody who showed us love with the likes and the views. We really appreciate it. Um, I'm glad that we actually got something done that time around. Now we're back. We're back for episode 2. Now I'm back with my two co-hosts again, saying what's up.
What up? How y'all doing?
What's good? What's good? What's good? As you already know, I am Cy, my boy Daniel right here, Death Machine, aka, and then Muncheetos back with another one, loving it up. He got lucky this week.
What up, everybody?
He got lucky this week with his little team win, but we ain't gonna talk about that yet. Not yet.
20 carries for 75 yards.
Okay, play. Relax.
20 carries for 75 yards.
You see that man in the back? He's still the king. Don't hate. Anyway.
Maybe that. Not to this team.
Okay. Relax. Okay, so we're back again, episode 2. I thank you guys for reviewing our videos this time around. Showed a lot of love on the last one. Of course, we're gonna start every week like we do, weekly BS. Oh man, let's talk about it, fellas. Let's go ahead and start off with Munchies on this one first. Ricardo, what did you do? What was the BS for the week? What was the BS? You might have did with it right now, matter of fact, but let's talk about it.
Yeah. Trying to get into this class because technology is horrible. I joined in and I can't hear nobody trying to make this video 45 minutes ago. But technology just takes forever. Other than that, it's been good.
It's been a life. What's going on with you, Daniel Son? What's going on? Talk to him, Def.
Man, it's another week. We're here. Man, work's always bullshit. You know how it goes. But we here. We're doing something we enjoy. We're talking about football. So let's get on with it.
Yeah. And for my weekly BS here, you know how it goes. I got girl problems. I got girls problems, bro. That's what I got.
This fucking guy.
I always got them. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to be a saint. I'm gonna be a nun or a priest or something like that.
You gotta get that Xbox One.
Yeah,
I got you, dog.
Xbox, guys. That's how you stay celibate.
Laughing emojis.
The laughing emojis. This guy's always with the laughing emojis, man. But I'm working on that. Of course, every time it goes, women dating, BS. It's all hand in hand. It's all
true.
Well, enough about me. Not for our personal lives. Now let's talk about some football. So that's what we're here to do. We're talking football. We're talking good things, bad things, and we're talking news. Of course, that's going to be our second segment of the day, as always. News. Some of the news that we recently saw. I want to start off with something because I know a lot of Cowgirls fans are out there. We'll talk about this Mike McCarthy, Andy Dalton situation. Cowboys Nation looking pretty grim ever since Dak Prescott took that injury, went down with that. It's not looking good. The Mike McCarthy actually was saying after Dalton got hit, of course, he got the Teddy Bridgewater action. Cue the Teddy Bridgewater video for me, please.
5, 6 different cadences.
Thank you. He got put to sleep by Jonathan Bostic. Unfortunately, we don't make fun of injuries here, of course. We don't want to see anybody get hurt, but we laugh at shit that's funny. I'm sorry. And he got smacked. He had the Teddy Bridgewater action. He was asleep. They had to take him out and put a no-name guy in. Yeah. And unfortunately, Mike McCarthy had something to say about his players, attacking his players personally for not getting up and reacting to Jonathan Bostic hit a dollar like that. And a lot of players are now uncomfortable with him actually being there and don't really like him as the head coach right now. So it's not looking too good in Dallas. What are y'all thoughts about that? Let's start with Daniel on this one. How do you feel about what's going on over in Dallas?
Man, for one, the team should have been there. They should have done something to John Bostic. I don't know if you guys watched it, but about 3-4 years ago, we went down to Miami and Joe Flacco baseball slid down, and Kiko Alonso still hit him. Our center at the time, Ryan Jensen, part of the Buccaneers now, he went over there and started beating him. Why did no one on this Cowboys offensive line protect their quarterback? But even then, let's get further into it. They haven't done it all year. I know it's a makeshift line, but there's no pride in that team right there. I don't know.
Yo, Zeke ain't even blocking. You guys see him get destroyed?
I knew somebody was gonna bring it up. I knew somebody was gonna bring it up. Hey, he got blown up. I'm gonna put that video in there. In this was Zeke, you got blown up.
Cue video.
Blown. Cue the video. Thank you, video guy. Well, that's 2 times, but he got blown up. He got blown up. How you feeling about this? Outside of that, how do you feel about this whole situation right now, Munchies?
Dude, yeah.
Same thing? Same feeling?
Me, I actually wanted Dallas to do good because Andy Dalton just came from our division, and as you can see, we're probably the best division. But he just got hit, and then now I think they're just done. I don't think Zeke is going to get the 30 carries for 20 yards. I don't think Cooper's going to get the ball. He has to leave. It just sucks for all of them. They went downhill. Battle line or somebody needs to – they just need to, yo, step it up, dog. We need to turn the shit around. But
I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't see it happening. I told y'all from the beginning. Andy Dalton, I've always believed Andy Dalton was never a good quarterback. Because you had A.J. Green his whole career. A.J. Green is a beast since Georgia. Been a beast. And that's like you don't completely destroy with that guy. You've had guys like Cedric Benson, Joe Mixon. Like you don't destroy with those guys. These are quality football players. And that defense has always been good up until like as of recently the last couple of years. So like I don't know how you fumble it. Like I don't know how you do not. He's been the problem for the Bengals not actually being able to get to that next level. So you throw him into Dallas, it doesn't look good at all. There's a reason because he's not good at all. Like he's just not good at all.
I think he's good. I think he's good enough to carry the team to the playoffs, But I don't know about Dallas.
They have the talent. They have the talent. I don't know what Dallas is doing.
Roster wise, paper wise, it's great. But
they look perfect on paper.
Translate.
Yeah, they look great on paper. They look amazing on paper.
But they soft as tissue.
The difference between
they look like toilet paper on the field. All right. Well, that's that for that one. That's that for that one. We'll move on to the next one. The next one is going to be Odell Beckham. Of course, you guys' division rival Browns. They went down. He went down. They played great. He went down. Not in. And right after, crazy enough, he gets hurt on Baker Mayfield's first pick, right? He throws the pick, and he gets hurt on that exact play. This is that exact play where he tore his ACL. After going 0 for 5 and throws an interception, and then he goes off for 5 TDs. So my question to you guys, with Odell Beckham down, do you think the Browns – yeah, exactly. Are the Browns better with him off the field than they are with him on the field?
That's
my question to you guys.
I don't know if he's a problem. I think it's just depth chart. They don't need him. They have Landry. They have all these other guys. Just trade Odell for some draft picks. Maybe a defensive player. Right there. Maybe trade him, get a defensive player. Hey, check.
I'm here.
I thought so. Go ahead, keep along.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. I think they need to get some defensive players or somebody else, an offensive lineman, something. I don't think they need Landry and Odell.
I was actually looking forward to this topic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? The Browns are just a horrible team. With or without Odell.
Facts.
And Baker's inconsistencies are why he went 0 for 5 and then was almost perfect. You gotta be able to get that out. I don't know. But that was carryover from games. I mean, he's had a couple bad games back to back, and then a good end to a game after he started off terrible. But the reason why I think Odell's good on any team. He's a playmaker. He's a dog. And last podcast, I talked about how the Ravens needed to beef up certain positions. And I said wide receiver, did I not? Well, I was talking about it, and I was thinking, what if Baltimore traded for Odell Beckham Jr.? What if my team had somebody like that? I think that puts us one step closer to being able to go toe-to-toe with the Chiefs. I think Odell's a playmaker. I think he's a dog. I just don't like the team he's on.
I just only get the compatibility between him and Baker. I feel like every time Baker throws the ball to him, I feel like it's like a forced throw. Like he's just trying to make sure that he gets his looks. Like he doesn't want to hear his mouth after the game at the locker room. Yeah. Like he just doesn't want to hear it after the locker room happens. And so he's just like, I'm gonna throw it to him and hopefully he makes a play. Not because it's gonna flow with the offense and how it's going. But
not because it's a good football play.
Yeah, not because it's a good play, not a good decision. It's just because he's there. You got to get some production out of him.
True.
Speaking of Daniel's team and wide receivers, we got some good additions for the Ravens with Des Bryant and Ngakoue. I know Ngakoue very well, and I'm my dad's a huge Cowboys fan, so I grew up around Des Bryant, Tony Romo, all that fun stuff, DeMarco Murray. So those two guys in particular, I know very well. And I know those two guys are very good. And I've been watching Des Bryant the entire offseason with his little makeshift, like off the grid field practices and stuff like that. How do you feel about those two acquisitions for your team, Daniel?
With the Yannick trade, I was totally ecstatic. I feel like it's good value back and forth. We gave up a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick for Yannick, and I think our weakest part on our defense just became one of our strengths. We already had the number 1 defense coming into the week. DaCosta said that we're not done making moves. Obviously, he wants us to be contending very long into the playoffs and hopefully into that Super Bowl. So he went and got us a Pro Bowl pass rusher. And then with that, Dez, we need wide receivers, and that's a veteran wide receiver. I don't care how long it's been since he took a snap. If he could get production, he could get production. I haven't seen enough from anybody else on the team to really qualify us not getting somebody. I was begging for a wide receiver on the last podcast.
Yeah, it's quality. How do you feel about your rival team getting 2 new acquisitions, Munchies?
Man, they needed the extra wide receiver. Hollywood wasn't cutting it for them no more. There's only so much him and Andrews could do. And Andrews is a good tight end. I like him. So them adding that is just taking pressure off Hollywood to do his thing. Because then now you can't have everybody on these 2. And Andrews. And then who do you got? Ingram in the backfield too if they want to run. Plus you got Lamar. So that's another threat for them. So I think it's just good. It is good for them.
I just feel like the
I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough for mother.
We will see this weekend. Let's not get started. Oh, I want to go. Let's go. Cue the rivalry. Cue the rivalry.
He's getting all the smoke this last couple of weeks. Munchie's team has been receiving.
I want all the loud. It's all good. We here.
Getting all the smoke. Right before we jump into the picks, let's acknowledge the fact that Antonio Brown, former Steeler, possible Raven, there was both in the conversation as well for a receiver for them to pick up was Antonio Brown, and he has chosen, of course, to go back with Tom Brady, minus Bill Belichick, of course, in Tampa. So he's going to go play in Tampa with all those weapons. If Tom Brady, I'm not even going to ask how we feel about. I'm not going to ask how we feel about it. We all know he's a good player. He'll be a good player as long as he doesn't get injured. But that's not about that. With all these players, you now have Goodwin, you have Antonio Brown, you have Mike Evans, you have who else? Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones. Yeah, you have everything, a good offensive line, everything a quarterback can ask for.
A defense.
You have everything. They literally, if the Chiefs did not exist, this would be the guaranteed super team here. There's no way. So let me ask you this. If Tom Brady loses with his team, right, Does this hurt Tom Brady's legacy?
No.
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 No other quarterback can say that they have 6 rings. No other football player can say they have 6 rings in the Super Bowl era. And he did it at quarterback with one team for years. Consistent greatness. And he came back, and so far he hasn't. It's growing pains, but this season's crazy because of COVID. But so far, he's looked pretty good. He's looked like Tom Brady with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't see it hurting his legacy. This is a continuation of the legacy.
What about you, Munchies?
What am I watching or what am I doing?
No, I said, how do you feel about that exact same thing I was talking about? Tom Brady will hurt his legacy.
I don't think it's gonna hurt anything of him. With the team, they have no chemistry with each other. It's like pretty much making friends. Like, yeah, they know of each other, but Brady's never thrown a ball to Evans. LaShawn McCoy's never took a snap from Brady. He's never played with his O-line. He's never played with his defense. It's just all learning for them. So they gotta get the right pieces to be going. And once they do, they'll probably be nasty, dog. Sad to say.
That's real.
Brady can do great with anybody. So.
I think there's 8 teams to watch at this point.
There's plenty of teams to watch for sure. We'll go into that as another topic for another video.
Any team Brady goes to.
It's Tom Brady.
Facts.
We all know Tom Brady. He's the greatest quarterback to ever play. We're not questioning that. He's a great mixture between Munchies and his fucking he's playing Madden, by the way. So he's playing Madden.
He's still a little overall than me though.
Don't talk shit because y'all can play each other to get real. But anyway.
Hey, my team's undefeated, Daniel.
Hey, we'll see how it goes in Baltimore this weekend.
Stay on topic, fellas. Stay on topic. Speaking of that, since that covers all of our news segment for this week, we're going to go ahead and jump into the game picks. Everybody be prepared. We all have our picks here, score predictions, all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We're going to start off, of course, with the lower tier first. We're going to stay with the important games, but we're not going to cover the big game of the week, which is going to be our game of the week for the week. Let's go ahead and get a drum roll, please. The game of the week, of course, is going to be Baltimore versus the Steelers. And that's the big game of the week this week. But we're going to cover that. We're going to come to that one last. First game I'm going to start off with, of course, is always the first game that we do. Thursday night game. Thursday night games will be Falcons versus the Panthers. I'll start us off, fellas. I have the Falcons winning a game, surprisingly, 24-20. What do you got over there, Daniel?
I got the Panthers 35-21. These Falcons are choke artists. Oh no, they're choking.
What you got for the gameplay?
I give the Panthers 24-17.
Okay. Oh, before we even do that, guys.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Before we even really get into these picks, we gotta announce our actual records for last week, so we can hand out this L for the vid. So, for what our stats pull out, we have all gave our score prediction on the games. We did a good job. Overall, we all had a winning record, which is good. Daniel is number one, aka Death Machine, is number one for the week. He will hold the crown for the week with a record of what? 10-4?
10-4.
Quality record. I myself finished with a record of 9-5, just one game down. Of course, it was that Steelers game. So it was a Steelers Titans game. We won't get too far into that one yet. But and Munchies, he's gonna hold the L, but the slight W for the week because his team did win, but he ended up at a record of 8-6 overall.
Yeah, I know.
I was on bye week, so it felt like 2 wins for me.
Okay, so he rested in the week, I guess. So really quickly before we continue with our picks, real quick, we'll recap the Titans Steelers game. I'm gonna go first as the loser of that one. Unfortunately, as you see, the man in the back right here, Derrick Henry, he had a decent game. He didn't have a great game, but he had a decent game. He had 20 plus carries with 75 yards, a touchdown. But he had no outside of the first run. I think it was the first one of the day where he had a big game. He couldn't do anything else. He couldn't do very much else. They stacked up the box on us. I could tell from the beginning of the game that the offensive line was not prepared for what they were bringing at all. And we didn't have
ready, dog.
We weren't ready. And we didn't have Taylor Lewan. Taylor Lewan is out for the season with a torn ACL.
That too. Yeah.
That's what I was like, yo,
TJ's about to have a field day.
Yeah, it was tough to deal with. Our backup left tackle did play pretty well, though. Our right tackle got destroyed because TJ Watt was getting back there every single time. But yeah, so congrats to the Steelers, though. Steelers did a good job. What did you see happen in that game, Munchies?
I saw AJ Brown torch us, dog. Torch us. And then Minka did a bunch of stupid shit. Not a bunch, but he just messed up when you guys had 4th and goal, and we made you guys miss it, and that was game. And then it gives you a whole new set of downs. I was like, you just gave them another touchdown. Like, they're gonna score. You just stopped them. Now you got to try to stop them again. Like that. You shouldn't have gotten that touchdown because Mika wants to do stupid shit. Honestly, that was it. That's probably the only touchdown. Oh, and then Ben throwing these picks, dude. Quit throwing it in triple coverage. Literally, check down. I know, and I hate the check down. I hate that shit. Everybody runs it on Madden. The computer runs it. So seeing Connor for a check down, I'm like, he's right there. And I was like, damn. 3 picks, not good, Ben. You need to not be forcing anything. Yo, your guys' defense shut down Claypool, but it opened up everything else for everybody.
We keyed in on Claypool, of course, because we thought, of course, going into it that that's his favorite target. But then, of course, we do that because we had activated Adoree Jackson, which, by the way, Adoree Jackson was a top 5 cornerback on Pro Football Focus last year before the season ended. He's quality corner, and he hasn't played at all year. So we're stuck with guys like Jonathan Joseph, who's old as hell, and fucking Malcolm Butler, who's just washed completely. So those 2 guys are just going to keep on giving up yards to everybody on the outside when we got everybody else who's playing is either Ty Smith, who's a 3rd or 4th year guy who's on the roster bubble for the last 2 years, and then we have 2 other rookies that are covering on cornerback. So I'm like, what? Like we have Fulton was playing horrible last week or last game, and then we had the other Jackson that plays for us, number 35. He was playing horrible as well. So we had nothing going for ourselves corner-wise, and we gave every 3rd down possible. Every single 3rd down possible. Like we gave up 3rd and 17, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 2. We were giving up every single 3rd down. They were 8 for 9 at halftime on 3rd down. Yeah. What do you do? After that, you get them 1st and 2nd down, you do great. You good job getting sacks. Picking off the ball, you're doing a good job. You're stopping the run for the most part. And then you give up 3rd down. Yeah. 3rd and long, 3rd and short. Gives it up.
Those are the tough ones, too.
Jesus. But, it was a multitude of different things. Of course, that was number 1 for me is 3rd downs for sure. All Titans fans that watched the game, you already know nobody wants to agree with me because I'm not necessarily the biggest Tannehill fan. And it makes it seem as if I'm like some kind of hater or whatnot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Tannehill, I don't like him. But Tannehill is a great game manager. I'm sorry. If Derek does not have 100+ yards and multiple touchdowns, Tannehill's not winning the game. He's not going to win you the game. That's the difference. He's not going to win you the game. Doesn't matter. You can't be great and earn that kind of contract that he just got at 32 years old and not win a game, win a team a game.
Yeah. Who do you guys play next?
We play the Bengals.
Yeah, you guys should tear them apart.
We should, but at this point, I don't know.
Yeah, that is a tough game, dog. That is a tough game. You just played the Steelers. Like, even you guys were tough, dog. Like, I didn't expect to just to walk in there and take this win. Like, it was tough, dog. It was a hard-ass game. You guys were batting down everything.
Jeff Simmons is a beast. Big Jeff is a beast. I love Big Jeff. But we'll turn from that. Since Daniel's team was on the bye week, his input today on the Steelers game, not necessary. I love you, but not necessary today.
Let's just say I was right.
Yeah, he made a good choice, and it made his pick of the week and crowned him champion. So we move on to the game picks. We already got past the Carolina Falcons game, so we'll go from there to some of the more important games, of course, and then we'll go hot gun, fast trigger on the last few and important ones as well. So we'll start off with one of my favorite games to watch every season: Pats versus Bills. Pats versus Bills, because Cam Newton is coming off a really rough game. The whole quarterbacks that day came off a really rough game.
Benched.
Yeah, he got benched, and the guy that everybody was like, oh yeah, Steinman or whatever his name is, number 4 for them, the quarterback that was possibly taking his starting position this season at the beginning. He played horrible. He threw a pick, and it was way behind the guy. He looked worse than Cam did. So I was like, I don't know what. I don't know what the Patriots got planned. I hope it was just one of those things where Cam's kind of like, okay, I bounced back a little bit. We got to come back. We got to come back and do better next game. I got the Pats winning 30-27. Although the Bills are still a really good team. I hate the Bills, by the way, Bill Mafia. I can eat the brightest part of my shorts. I hate the Bills. What you got, Daniel?
I got Bills 28-17.
What you got,
I just don't see Cam getting it together.
Okay. At all?
Not this week. I see it being better, but it's a team. It's a team thing. It's not a player thing. It's chemistry.
Okay. I can respect that. What you got, Munchies?
I got the Bills winning that one. I got them 28-10. I don't see Cam and that team doing anything. Who's on that wide receiver core? Who's even
Edelman,
still there?
Edelman. Yeah, Edelman.
Nikhil can't get open. Harry.
He can't get open. I don't know what his problem is. He just can't create separation.
They still got Sonny Michelle?
I think so, yeah.
All they got is running backs, dog.
Yeah, they got a bunch of running backs.
I think they're just going to have to pull through, dog, maybe to make it a good game.
I think they really do. I just think they have like that. They get that talk and then just bounce back crazy versus a division opponent.
They got a what? The Bills are what? 5-1? They've only got 1 L?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a tough game for them, dog. I don't even see them winning. Yeah, I got the Bills
Patriots. Winning. Yeah, Bills.
It's going to be a tough game. I just feel like they're going to bounce back, and I feel like the Bills' defense is good. But when we put all those points on the Bills' defense, I was like, if we can put up those points, I think anybody can put the points up for real. For sure.
Yeah.
So we'll go from that one to another good game. I feel like it's going to be a pretty good game. Chargers versus Broncos. Despite their records, they're both 2-4. I want to say 2-4. And I still think they're both decent teams. To keep it a whole buck with you, I think they're
after all those turnovers.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But all those turnovers.
I still think they're a good team. I think they're good teams, though. I feel like the Broncos do have a team that can win. The only thing that they're, of course, not having is injuries. Just having a bunch of injuries. They have Sutton out. They have Von Miller out, like we said last week as well. It's just they need to let Bradley Chubb step up and let him get those sacks, play that role that Von Miller was playing. And they have Melvin Gordon. They can hand him off the ball. They have receivers. And Drew Lock, I think he's a good quarterback. I just think he needs to get comfortable again with not having Sutton. You need play calling?
4 turnovers, dog? Come on, now you can't be having that, dog.
I didn't say that they were
especially
good.
Against the Chiefs. The Chiefs just ate that up.
They handed them a dub.
Dude, yeah.
And they looked so good and so promising so many times in that game and just
I'm saying they have a lot of potential. I didn't say they were good. They're decent.
They have a high ceiling.
They're a decent team.
But right now they're not there.
I don't see them doing nothing against the Chargers.
Me neither. I got the Chargers 35-21. I think the Chargers are great. I like the quarterback. I like Herbert.
You said 55-21?
No, 35-21.
Oh, I was like,
Herbert's not that great yet, but he's good. He's good. He's good. 300 yards and like what 3-4 games already.
Yeah.
Rookie season, he's good.
All right, what you got,
Just came off a
Munchie?
dub.
I got the Chargers winning. I'll probably give them. I'll probably go 21-7. I don't see the Broncos putting up that much. Yeah, I don't see it. I see the Chargers winning though.
Okay. Okay, I guess. And then we'll go one more. We'll go Raiders Browns as a pivotal game. These are all mid-tier games, guys. Mid-tier games. It's Raiders versus Browns. Who do you guys go with Munchies first on this one?
The Raiders are gonna win.
You always choose against the Browns. I know. It's okay.
They're gonna go. They're gonna go. I want them to score as much points as they want, dog. Not that they have to. I want them to score all these points. I'll probably go just because the Browns are going to put up a good game for some reason. I'm going to go 28-26. I think it's going to be close.
What about you, Daniel?
I got this 35-28 Raiders whooping that ass.
I'm going against you guys on this one. It's going to be Browns 30-21. 30-21. And I feel like this is we're about 2 weeks out, I believe. A couple more Raiders losses from seeing that boy. That boy.
He's just
Flying
hating because he
Hawaiian.
wants Mariota to start. That's the only reason he going against the Raiders. That's the only reason.
That's not the only reason. I really believe the Browns are going to win, though. Like, no bias. I really think the Browns are going to win.
I feel like Baker's going back to his ways this week. He can only perform good one game a season.
The Raiders defense is not that good. That's why I don't think everybody understands. They're okay. They're fine, but they're not that good. The way that they had that game versus the Bucks, and then they kind of
I'm saying the offense is better than the Browns' offense, more consistent.
You think so? I don't think so.
I think so.
All right. Well, that covers our mid-tier games for the week. Then we'll go to the lower tier. We're going to rapid fire these ones, of course, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap through these quick, and then we'll get to the game of the week, okay? We got here Rams versus Dolphins. I got the Rams 34-20. What you got over there, Munchies?
Rams versus Dolphins. I'm probably going to go Rams 28-14.
All right. What you got, Daniel?
I got the Dolphins 21-7.
Okay. Jets versus Chiefs. I got the Chiefs 40-17. What do you got, Daniel?
35-17 Chiefs.
You got Munch.
Chiefs 49-0.
Goddamn. Oh my God.
The defense ain't that good.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let's go.
Now if they had our defense.
Vikings Packers.
Packers 35-7.
What you got?
God, yeah, that's gonna be a tough game. I'm gonna go Packers. I'm gonna go 30-14.
I got Packers 31-17. Colts Lions. I got the Colts 24-20. What you got, Munch?
I got the Colts. I'm gonna go 21-7.
What you got, Dan?
21-13 Colts.
Cool. And we'll go Saints Burrs. Saints versus the Burrs. I got Saints 37-27.
I put down a tie. To be honest with you, 28-28.
Put a tie down? What?
Yeah. For a random one of the week. Yep.
Hold on. You put a tie down and we are competing. So you know if it's not a tie, you lose automatically.
Yes. That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going with what I picked from the jump. So I'm not gonna.
Whatever you say.
I ain't no set. So let's go.
You got Munchies.
I'm gonna go the Saints on that one. I think they're gonna beat the Bears. I like the Bears, but I don't think they're gonna beat the Saints.
Yeah, me either.
I'm gonna go 28-10.
All right, and then Cowboys versus I'm not even calling these guys the Cowboys until they actually get a positive record or a better quarterback. Cowgirls versus the Eagles. I have the Eagles 28-17.
Eagles 35-10.
I'm gonna go Eagles 21-10.
Okay. Got okay. And then we got Buccaneers versus the Giants. I got the Buccaneers 28-17. What you got, Munchies?
I'm gonna go Bucks. Damn. I don't know how much they're gonna put. Probably like 31-17. I'll give Daniel Jones those 17 points.
What you got, Daniel?
Yeah, the Buccaneers 42-7.
Gotcha, buddy. All right. And that's a wrap for that one. That leads us into our game of the week, of course. So game of the week, as we have it going, is going to be Steelers versus Ravens. AFC North Division rivalry. The best rivalry on this side of the millennium. All right.
Did you say AFC?
I said AFC, right? AFC North, right? Yep. AFC North. Cool. I know, but I'm not tripping. All right. AFC North, this best rivalry of this millennium, our generation, is probably the best rivalry we've ever seen to this point through the last 20 years or so. Jesus Christ. And then we got our two co-hosts here as well, so they are both Ravens and Steelers, as you can tell by the jerseys.
That's all I gotta say right there.
What we got to choose. I'm going to be the non-biased party here, right? So this week, like Daniel was last week, just like he was last week, I am in his exact position. Right? So, sir, you motherfucker, where's the gabagool? as my dude Munchies would say.
Yo, where's the gabagool?
That shit's not fire.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to choose.
Go ahead.
The Ravens. I'm choosing the Ravens.
Let's see who you
choosing the Ravens. Ravens by a score of 35.
He said, my dude, Patrick Queen.
35-31. 35-30. That's what I got to go with. Of course. Sorry, I love you, Munchies, my mans, but the Ravens are they're on a cool little roll right now. You guys are doing great, but I saw some weaknesses. I feel like they can exploit them better than we could. So that's why I got to go with Munchies. Who you got? We already know who you got. We know who you got, but why?
I'm actually gonna go with a low-scoring game just because it's a division game and people are gonna get knocked out. People are gonna die. Like, this game is gonna be low.
Maybe 15 years ago.
Like,
Shit.
I think now they're gonna hit hard. I think it's gonna be 21-17, the final score. You already know, baby Pittsburgh. We're gonna win this one. I already know we are. This game is gonna be. We're ready for it. It's our division rivals. Like, how don't we know them? We just don't know their players. But it's all good. We ready. We're ready for the Titans. We're ready for Baltimore.
We're ready for the Titans. What you got over there on your side, Dan? We know who you're picking, but why?
Defense. Number one. All right. 35-28. Baltimore winning this. Baltimore's defense is better. If we get consistent on offense, it's going to be a rough week to do it, but we got to do it against these guys. We got to whoop their ass twice a year anyway.
You'll see him again.
Ben be holding the ball for a whole quarter. You better hope you guys stop him. Hey, if we get the ball in the fourth quarter with 15 minutes, you guys are not going to score.
Same.
Nah, we'll be good. I thought
I'm
it was
not
just
sure,
snowing
man.
outside.
I want all the fire. I want all the smoke.
Fine. I want the smoke. We've been getting the smoke, dog.
Since when? As I recall,
Right now.
AFC North champs 2 years in a row now. 2 years
Don't
in
mean
a row.
anything if you don't win the Super
On
Bowl.
the set.
All that winning to lose first round. Tough.
Hey, all this undefeated talk to come lose in the Baltimore at M&T Big
Hey, that's
Stadium
fine.
on Sunday
I didn't
at
lose in the
11
playoffs.
a.m. Game of the
I
week.
didn't lose first round in the playoffs. I didn't lose in the playoffs. I'm fine. Talk to me in the playoffs.
All right.
When
You guys were on the couch.
when you win,
You guys were on
when
the
you
couch.
win. That's
I mean-
okay. We had injuries. We had injuries. I lost.
It's okay. I suck.
You what? You
All
suck.
right, I got it. Time out. As you guys can tell, there is a very high rivalry tension between these two and their teams. They love their team so much, so we got a lot of respect for the Ravens Steelers rivalry here. As a bias,
They only did good against a fourth-string quarterback.
Here it goes. It's a little jabs
Against a
and all that
fourth-string
fun
quarterback.
stuff. All right. So we got our picks. Through. That is a great job, guys. We finished those up. Now, of course, our last segment of the day.
Wow.
Yes, emotional outbursts. There you go. Emotional outbursts.
No.
Things to say, feelings, anything that you guys want to say before we go ahead and get out of here.
See you Sunday.
Hope you guys have a good day. Hope your week goes good. Hey, hopefully you leave a comment, subscribe, tell your friends. Shit. Let us know. Let us know what you guys want. Talk to us. We could talk back. We don't bite hard at all. Maybe a little bit, maybe.
Depends on what you like.
Absolutely. Pause. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo.
Pause.
Hey yo.
I'm dead. You better cut that from the video, Blue.
No, I'm not doing that. Anything you want to add before we get out of here, Dave? You gotta go to work right now, so you better make it speedy.
Shit. I'm gonna try to catch up on let us know on anything that reviews, good or bad, anything good. Did we get the Titans and Bengals game and the Niners and Seahawks? Because I don't remember checking.
Oh, we did not. We'll do this really quickly because they're very whatever kind of games. I'll go
35 is 7 Titans, Bengals.
Cool. What do you got over there, Munch?
Hey, I got you guys beating the Bengals. I'll probably go 21-7. I don't see them doing that much against you guys' defense. It's going to be hard, dog, batting shit down.
There ain't no I'm going with this man in the back versus the sorry defense of the Bengals. I'm going to go with like a 35-17 game score. And then for the Seahawks, 49, I'm going Seahawks. Without a doubt, about 41-17.
40-21.
Cool.
42-21.
I'm going to keep it close. I'm going to go 28-21 just because Russ has a hard time with his O-line sometimes trying to get open, especially watching last week. It's just I seen him for at least probably like 6 seconds, dog, and couldn't throw the ball and ended up taking a sack. I think that O-line and that offense, they just need to get more open.
Cool. And then anything to continue off your emotional outbursts or last-minute comments, Daniel?
Fuck the Steelers. I'm out this bitch. I'm out this bitch. Mic drop.
He took out his mic. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate y'all checking out the video for the second time. I appreciate episode 2. Of course, we love you guys. 3-time squad, we always are here. If you're not part of the squad, you're part of the squad. If you are in this pod, we love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Check out our episode 1 if you haven't checked out episode 2 already. We'll go for week 8. We love y'all.
Hey, see you next week.